ears gonna hear me. Through the spirit we see clearly. They swinging if you get near me. Now your boy blowing the trumpet. I used to pull up and dump it. Toting them guns out in public. Riding on up, that was fun shit. Boy, I don't flex for the IG. Wanna go script a script, nigga, try me. Keep Excalibur, he right beside me. To break the laws of God, I don't like things.
Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High. His name is Yahweh. It's the God of Israel and Israel only. We do that name of the Son, the man, and called Jesus Christ. Real name Yahweh Shai, who is the King and Savior of Israel and Israel only. What's going on, man? I seen you kind of agreeing with this dude that was just up here.
Kind of, but not really.
What was the point that you agreed with him? I saw the point that you agreed with him that everyone should be one people, united and everything.
Yeah.
Right? Why do you feel like that?
Because otherwise we're killing each other.
I mean, this has been a certain group of people on here on Earth that has been killing everybody on Earth.
Right.
Right? And who are they?
Nazis?
The European man.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you, as a matter of fact?
I'm Hebrew.
Hebrew?
I'm Chinese, Russian, and Native American. I'm from Oakland.
You're Native American. What part of, is your father Native American?
No, he's Chinese.
Oh, of course, your father's Chinese. Do you know who the Chinese descend from today? Do you believe in the Bible? Because you called yourself Hebrew.
I read the Quran though.
You read the Quran, but you're Hebrew.
My blood is, yeah.
Well, I mean, the people. You're Hebrew. Yeah, you're Hebrew. I mean, there's a lot of Hebrew nations, right? Do you know who your people descend from, though? The Chinese? Who?
My mom.
The people, the Chinese people. Who did they descend from in the Bible? There's a group called the Moabites in the Bible. There's a nation called the Moabites.
Really?
Absolutely. Let's go to their birth.
What page?
Read.
What page?
This is Genesis 19 and 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth.
So you know the story about Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
Yeah.
Remember it got destroyed because all the homosexuality that was happening there?
Yeah.
And then there was just one family that escaped, that the Lord helped to escape that land. Wait, this is one family that the Lord helped escape, right? And his name was Lot, and his daughters and his wife.
Yeah.
His wife was killed because she turned back and looked at the city because she actually was going to miss that city. God killed her, right?
She died?
She died. She turned into a pillar of salt, right? Watch this. But then the daughters of Lot, two daughters and the father Lot, they escaped. They went into a cave. So they were like, yo, they thought everything ended. They were like, there's no men around for them to come into us to make babies with us. So what are we going to do, Reed?
Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father.
See? So these women got their father drunk, right? Passed out, and they raped their father. Read?
It says, and they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him.
So one daughter already did it. She turned around and told her sisters, like, I did it last night. Your turn, Reed.
That we may preserve seed of our father.
For we can preserve the seed of our father, because we don't have no brothers, right? So the family line must continue. So let's just do it ourselves. Read.
And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father.
So they both were pregnant by their father. Read.
And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab.
The firstborn, right, was born, and his name was called Moab, right? So who are the Moabites today? The Chinese people, man. We can show you archaeology, right? Watch this. Who got a Moabite sarcophagus, man? Show them. Who does that look like? Look at him. Look at the face. Look at the face. Absolutely. So that's who you descend from. You just said your father was Chinese. So the Bible says, the Bible shows us who the Moabites are
Yeah, bro, I
today.
don't really like Chinese people for instance.
But so what?
Most of them are
That's
fucked
your
up to me.
father. That's your father.
Fucked up to me, right?
Why? Why?
That's why.
Right?
Because you just told me. Oh,
Not,
God.
not only that, because I mean they want to be just by they want to be able to, with themselves, which is a good thing though, right? All nations should be like that. Our people need to learn to be like that too, to love their own, man,
Not
to be
that
of
way,
their
though.
own.
Not
But
that
see,
way.
your people descend from
Wait, huh?
your people were created by by incest, man, right?
Right.
And guess what? Your people are the enemies of God.
And are they, huh?
Remember Psalms 83.
Oh, God, help me then.
Whoever's there first.
Oh, no. What's my mom?
Read.
This is Psalms 83, verse 2. It says, verse
Is that
1.
why I hate my dad, bro? Is that why I hate my dad, then?
Well, you are your dad. Well, I'm gonna show you that right now. Read.
I wanna
It says,
be him.
first I'm gonna show you that the Moabites are God's enemies, man.
This is Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo,
So how do I get my money from them?
the verse says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
He said, don't be not silent. How does God not be that silent? He sends out his men out here, his prophets, right?
Yeah.
Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
He said the enemies of God has taken a crafty counsel against God's people, right? Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off for being a nation.
He said, let us consult against thy hidden ones. He said the hidden ones are the children of the Most High God, which are the true Hebrew Israelites. He said that they are hidden. Because the whole world believes that these people in Israel are the real Jews, but they're not, right? So the hidden ones are the ones that are the true descendants of the Israelites. Read. And he said that they conspired against them, right? Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Destroy them to the point that the name of Israel, the father of the Israelites, would not be remembered here on earth no more. Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent, right? They have plotted something. Read.
They are confederate against thee.
He said that they came together, they confederate against not just the children of God, but God himself. They really think that they can fight against the will of God, man. That's how these nations actually feel. That's how dumb these nations is. How the hell can you fight against the will of God? Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom, right? You said that you're part European too, right?
Yes, son.
He said he said that the tabernacles, the houses of Edom, which are the Europeans today, read,
And the Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs, right? The people of the book that you want to read out of. Read.
Of Moab.
Moab,
What?
which is the Chinese people,
Okay, never mind.
which is also the enemies of God and the enemies of the children of God. Read.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes, which is another subgroup of the Arabs, man. Right?
So maybe I
Read.
should stop reading that, huh? I just started reading
Verse
it.
7, it says Jabal and Ammon.
Baal and Ammon. Ammon is your brother nation, right? Those are the people that we call the Japanese today. Read.
And Amalek.
And Amalek, which are the so-called Jewish men today here on earth, man. Right? And your mom's Jewish. He said his mom's a Native American, right?
No, she's
Your
Jewish.
mom's Jewish? Your mom descends from the most hated line, the most hated line of Edom, man.
That's right.
The most hated line that God hates the most.
Really?
So you're double whammy, man.
Oh, God. Why do I do that, then?
You're double whammy,
I
man.
don't do that.
You're double whammy.
That's not me, though. That's them.
But you're descended from your father. Watch this. Read.
I don't live with my parents, so I don't talk to these motherfuckers.
Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. And they assembled at the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So that's how you know who's who in a zoo. Right?
Yeah.
It's whoever your father is, that's who you descended from.
Oh,
Man.
God. How do I
Right?
change? I can't change that, then, huh?
You can't change that, man.
Well, I'll kill myself, then.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, right? We're not gonna tell you that, right? But if you do, you can do, man. Right? You're just another heathen that's going to slavery anyways, man.
Right.
Right? Regardless if you off yourself, you're gonna come back and be a slave at one point or another anyway.
That's right.
Right? Huh? So how do you feel? Y'all want to move kids? So listen, man.
Hey, man, I mean,
So how do you feel about what your ancestors has done to us? Because guess what? The Moabites had oppressed the Israelites at one point too, man.
Fuck that, dude.
Right?
Fuck that.
Do you feel any compassion of what they had done to the true children of God?
No.
Of course you don't, man. You don't feel no compassion because you're of your father, man.
Yeah, what the fuck? They got these man, because how you guys fucked up there, huh?
Your people got part of it, man. That's why your people, look, listen, that's why your people be coming into our neighborhoods and selling us whatever the kind of meat that they want. Look, right there. We don't know what type of meat they be having up in there, man. Right?
Yeah, I remember earlier I asked a question of locked
Yeah.
out.
Look, and this is Isaiah 49 and 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Well, my
Saying
lady died.
that kings shall be their nursing fathers and the queens shall be their nursing mothers. Read.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Are you willing to do that today? Are you willing to bow down?
Yeah.
On your knees, though.
Yeah, right now.
Read.
And kings, Salakia, and it says, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet.
Are you willing to kiss the boots of the children of God?
Oh, God, okay.
Option. Come on, go to him. Right there.
And
No, kiss it.
that's not it.
Read.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
You got more boots right here, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isaiah 16:14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
So this is what was going to prophesy, man, that all these nations was going to come bow down to the children of God. You still got more boots right here, man. Or more children of God right here, man. Present right here. This is prophecy, man. Right? We enforcers, man. We found out who he descends from, right? And what the disgusting origin that his people come from, man. Right? Read.
This is Genesis 27 and 29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
And our people need to realize that. And our people need to live up to this, right? But our people are so confused, man. Our people are so asleep that they want to be hand in hand with all these nations, man. Our people need to realize that they come from a special people, man, right? And with that, man, look, listen, with that, just understand that since what your ancestors has done to us, man, you're going to have to go into captivity. Your ancestors are going into captivity.
No, I have already.
I'm not talking about jail. I'm talking about a longer sentence than that, man.
I have, not jail, I have.
We're talking about a longer sentence,
How
man.
long?
1,000 years.
I have it.
Yeah, 1,000 years.
Thank you.